Hello everyone, a very special welcome back to my YouTube channel. It has certainly been a while, but I am back with you today to share 7 tips with you on how you can best prepare for your wedding day. I must let you know that this video is a third video in my wedding series. Now, if you are planning on getting married or you know somebody who is planning on getting married, you may want to share this video with them. Now, I know that the morning of your wedding can be one that is very overwhelming and stressful. So, as I share these practical tips with you, I do hope that they will help to ease the drag and the drain and the stress that comes with preparation for your wedding day. Without any further ado, let us get straight into these 7 practical tips on how you can best prepare for your wedding day. If you are planning a wedding, the first thing that you want to do is to seek to hire a wedding planner or a wedding day of coordinator. If you are a DIY bride, you may not necessarily need a wedding planner, but trust me, you are going to need a day of coordinator. That is a wedding day of coordinator. So what this person does is that this person takes all the stress and strain off you, the bride, and they are in charge of basically everything that covers your wedding day. Some of the things that the wedding day of coordinator will be in charge of are your final walkthroughs for your wedding and reception sites. In addition, they may be in charge of things such as welcoming the guests, seating the guests, ensuring that your vendors have set up in the right places. They just ensure that everything is running smoothly and that your vendors are cooperating and doing what they're supposed to be doing, and everything is running smoothly according to the program. Second thing that you want to do as you prepare for your wedding day is ensure that you settle all payments with your vendors before your big day. No, you want to do this because one of the worst things to happen is to have your vendors chasing behind you when you're gone on your honeymoon. And that is just something that you do not want to happen. Now, for the persons who are not aware, your vendors are simply those individuals in whom you would have hired or requested their services for your wedding day. So it is important that you seek to settle all payments so you simply do not have that to deal with on your wedding day or even after. The third tip that I want to share with you, third practical tip on how you can best prepare for your wedding day, is to pack your honeymoon bag and also a wedding day off bag. If that makes sense. Let me start with the last one first. Your wedding day, on your wedding day, it is important that you have those little whether tools or gadgets or whatever it takes that will help to make your wedding day a breeze, especially for the females. Sometimes you go to your location and you're rumbling through your luggages or your bags or whatever, and you cannot find essentials that are important to help to make your wedding day beautiful. And so what you want to do is ensure that you get a head start in packing that wedding day off bag so that on that day you won't have to be stressing and wondering how are you going to get throughout the day without such an essential item, or how could you have forgotten to pack these items in your bag. So ensure that you're packing your wedding day off bag. Additionally, you also want to ensure that you pack your honeymoon bag or bags. Now, this is for those persons who are going off to their honeymoon directly after their wedding. So you're not going to stop, you're not going to delay, you are just going to go straight to your honeymoon. You want to ensure that that bag or those bags are packed and ready so that as you do your grand exit, you can go well on your way to your honeymoon without any stress of, going back home for your bags, etc. So ensure that you have those 2 critical bags packed and ready for your special day. The fourth tip that I want to share with you today is simply this, especially for the ladies. Please eat. Please eat and ensure that you're eating something that is substantial, something that is filling, something that will give you the energy to go throughout the day. Now, I understand that you may sometimes you may not be able to eat a full meal, but ensure that you have snacks and juice and water and things around you that, as I said, you can have in small bites, but they are also very filling. So, ladies, ensure that you eat, because one of the worst things to happen on your wedding day is for you to be having fainting spells, all because you have not eaten. So, you want to ensure that you eat. As I said, you may not be able to eat in large amount, but eat nutritious snacks or food items in small amounts so that you're continuously being replenished and energized throughout the day. I know that sometimes the emotions are running high and the adrenaline is there, and oh, you're having all those butterflies. But listen, it's going to be a long day filled with many emotions. And so it is critical that you have something in your stomach, as I said, to keep you energized and fueled throughout the day. So please eat, especially the ladies. Please have something to eat. Fifth practical tip that I want to share with you in how you can or on how you can best prepare for your wedding day is to ensure, ladies and gentlemen, that you have your suits ready and also your dress. Additionally, you want to ensure that you are making appointments to try or to fit your dress or your suit weeks, days before your wedding day. I had a very horrible experience with my wedding dress. I actually gave out my dress to be made because I wanted something very unique, very simple. And so I went ahead and gave out my dress to be made, and it did not turn out as I was hoping. It was a good thing that even though I was planning on getting my dress made, or I would have given out my dress to be made, that I would have also gone out to fit dresses. Because had I not done that, those 2 days, especially that day, exactly before my wedding, I would not have had a dress to walk down the aisle in. And so it is because of that experience that I'm encouraging you, especially my sisters, to ensure that you, if it is that you are giving out your dress to be made, it is important that you are calling that dressmaker, ensuring that they are preparing your dress and you are able to go see your dress, you're able to go and fit your dress. And if it is that you're not seeking to get a dress made, you have to also ensure that you're going to the vendor to ensure that you are able to get your dress fitted and all the alterations are done, and so that when you finally are ready to get your dress, that there will be no issues, etc. What you can also do is have a plan B. So if plan A dress does not work out, you want to ensure that you have a plan B in mind. Sixth practical tip that I want to share with you is to ensure that you try to have a test trial of a hairstyle, and this is especially for my ladies. I specifically knew what that was like. I had another horrible experience, and this time it was with my hair. And so the hairstyle that I ended up with was definitely not the one that I wanted to have worn for my wedding day. So it's because of that experience that I'm expressing to especially my females to ensure that you are getting a test trial of that hairstyle that you want to get done, so that on that day, the hairstyle that you do wear is one that you would have wanted to wear on your wedding day. Gentlemen, it is also fine for you to go to the barber and get a test trial of the style you want for your wedding day, because there are some haircuts that you may not necessarily like, and then there are some that, yeah, you know, it's always your go-to, always making you look sharp, nice, whatever the case is. So you too can ensure that you're having a hair test trial, if that makes sense. So the seventh and final tip that I want to share with you on how you can best prepare for your wedding day is to connect and spend some quality time with your spouse before that big day. Listen, wedding preparation can become so overwhelming, so overbearing, and sometimes, through the process of preparing and everything, you lose that connection and with that touch with your special someone. So you want to ensure that amidst all the preparations, amidst all the hustling and bustling, that you're taking some time to ensure that you're spending some quality time with your spouse. Feel free to set a day apart or an hour or two apart where you can probably get something to eat, hang out on the beach, talk about how the process is going, how you're feeling. Feel free to express yourself one to another so that each person can be on equal level as to how you're feeling emotionally and how things are progressing. It is a perfect time to also remind each other of the reason why you have chosen to get married to each other. Ensure that you're setting some time aside where you can connect or simply reconnect with your spouse through what can be sometimes a very difficult and stressful time. And as you do so, I hope that that will help to rekindle your love and affection one for another. So, those are the 7 practical tips that I had to share with you on how you can best prepare for your wedding day. As I said earlier, it can be a very stressful period. So, you want to ensure that the steps you are taking towards that day are practical steps, steps that will help you to have a easy going, stress free day. So, all the very best as you plan for your wedding day. And I look forward to having you join me again for my next video, my 4th video in this wedding series. Until then, take care and happy planning.